Hey guys, so I got the Legend of Zelda Monopoly here, and I'm going to do an unboxing video here. Never done one of these before, so you're going to have to bear with me. So I have looked at the stuff already, so this isn't the first unboxing. Here we have the rules. I looked through it. They're pretty much standard Monopoly rules. There's really not much different than a normal game of Monopoly, other than you're playing it Zelda themed, which is just fine with me. Let's see, this right here was this weird little treasure chest thing. It's got a cool piece of art, which is just a map of the Hyrule Kingdom. I'll kind of get as close as I can, but I don't know how well it's going to happen. It's written in what I'm guessing is the Hyrulean language, but it's got all the major landmarks from most of the different games. It's pretty cool. I don't imagine I'll be hanging it up anywhere, but I'll probably keep it in there, and it's just a pretty cool little piece to look at. So put that over here. Next up, we have the game board, which is actually very, very impressive. I'll try and angle this down so you can see a little better. Big link right there in the middle. My first impressions were that the four corner pieces, collect 200 salary as you pass go, the jail / just visiting, the free parking, and go to jail were all the same as they are on most every single Monopoly that's out there. At first I was kind of disappointed at that, but then I read that that is like the one common feature between every single Monopoly game out there, every version, is that they all have those same four corners, which, okay, understandable. That's like their big thing. Whatever. So anyways, some of the properties starting off on the first Zelda games, the Elemental Sanctuary, the Minish Village, you got the House of Gales, Sacred Realm, the Lorule Castle, let's see, the Forsaken Forest, the Tower of the Gods, the Dragon Roost, Four Swords Sanctuary, Death Mountain, Yadi's Palace, I believe that's from Wind Waker. You got the Gerudo Desert, Zora's Domain, and the Twilight Realm, Snowhead, the Great Bay, Clocktown, and let's see, the Elden Volcano, Farron Woods, Skyloft, and then Hyrule Castle and the Temple of Time are the Boardwalk and Park Place ones. Putting the money here, I was a little disappointed that they didn't put 5 rupees on here. It's just $5. Actually, there's no denomination settled at all, but there you go. Looks like they have renamed the chance and whatever the other one is called, I can't remember, to treasure chests and empty bottles, and that's a nice nod to most of the things that happen in the Zelda. It's your treasure chests, empty bottles. Anybody else have a 5th bottle in Ocarina of Time? That's how you know you're a real player. The houses are just golden, nothing different about those. The little tiny hotels, or whatever they're called, are just green. I think they're calling them Deku plants and Deku trees for some reason, even though they're just houses and hotels. Not really sure what this is right here. Okay, so these are what look like to be different game cards. Let me see what the rulebook says about these ones, because this is different than other games I've seen before. Well, I'm not really sure about that. Alright, so they're called item cards, and each individual one has a description of what you can do with it that will change the game as you're playing it. Let's see, for example, the Ocarina of Time game card. You can remove the ownership from any single property from any opponent and return it to the bank. Okay, so I could see how that would be a big deal. The other ones are kind of along that line. Says this one, you can remove all the hotels or houses from a single property if you land on it. Take an opponent's token and move it anywhere you want on the board, stuff like that. I can see how that'd be a nice wrench to throw in the game. And here finally we have the tokens. These are pretty cool. They are very solid die-cast tokens. Right here we have the long shot, boomerang, the Ocarina of Time, the crossbow, the Hylian shield, and last but not least, the Triforce. So that's about it. Aside from some minor issues I have with it, like the not being called rupees and the four corners staying all the same, I gotta say it's just, I mean, it's your pretty average Monopoly game. I look forward to playing it. So that's all.